Good morning. Today is Saturday, April 7, 2018. I'm speaking with Mr. Jiban Biswas and Mrs. Sabina Hai Urbee. This interview is being conducted in New York. So, Miss Urbee, what's your desh?
Bangladesh.
And any district or village or city?
ঢাকার বাবা ঢাকার
in city itself.
একটু তখন তো বৃহত্তর ঢাকা মানে ঢাকা ছিল, এখন তো অনেক বিভক্ত হয়ে গেছে, ঢাকাই অনেক বিভক্ত, তো ঢাকার নরসিংদীতে.
So you are North Sindhi. So but you grew up in Dhaka city or in North Sindhi?
না, আমার আসলে ওইভাবে সৌভাগ্য হয়নি নরসিংদীতে যাওয়ার. আমি লালমাটিয়াতে বড় হয়েছি.
Okay, so
ঢাকা লালমাটিয়া.
Lalmatia is a neighborhood of Dhaka, right?
হ্যাঁ, ওই ধানমন্ডির ঠিক পাশে.
Okay. So did you go to school there?
আমি গিয়েছি ঢাকাতে স্কুলে গিয়েছি.
Which school did you go to?
অগ্রণী বালিকা বিদ্যালয়.
So Ogroni Balika Vidyalaya you went to, and so how did you go to school? Did you walk or did you?
না, ওটা আরেকটি মানে নেবারহুড, আজিমপুর. তো ওখানে আমার বাবা ড্রপ অফ পিক আপ করতেন.
So your father used to drop you off and pick you up. So I'll come back to you. What about Mr. Biswas? What's your desh?
My country is Bangladesh, of course, and now I am living in New York City.
Very nice.
22 years.
Okay.
I was born and raised in the village of Latenga, that is in Gopalganj. Gopalganj is a district now,
of Bangladesh.
Yes.
Okay.
And I went to school there. In my boyhood, there was Patshala, and then primary school, then high school. After the high school, I kind of migrated, you can say, from the village to Dhaka city in 1981.
So what was the name of your Patshala?
Patshala, well, there was no name in the Patshala, but we
Master is Patshala?
Right, Master, it was Keshav Babu's Patshala.
Okay, very nice.
And after that, the primary school, that was Latenga Lebubari Model Primary School.
Good. And then the high school?
High school was BKAV, that stands for Binoy Krishna Adarsho Vidyalaya. Yeah.
So how did you go to school there?
Totally on my feet. I used to walk and come back from the school.
Okay. How was it a mixed school or mostly
It
Hindu
was
or Muslim?
No, the village I am from, I think if I am not mistaken, all around that village there are 78 villages. There was no Muslims.
So it's all
only Hindus and couple of Christians. Families.
Okay.
Yes.
So you used to walk there, go to school there, and so how far was your school, high school from here?
Well, high school was far. I used to be in the hostel of that high school.
Okay.
But my primary school was only less than quarter mile.
Quarter mile. So even in rainy season, you used to walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time, the transportation, I haven't seen any engine driving car or anything.
Yeah, it sounds like my parents, my grandparents.
Yeah.
So now, when you went to school, what's the name of your school?
অগ্রণী বালিকা
And
বিদ্যালয়.
was it a mixed school or Muslim?
No, it was a girls'
school.
Yes.
But what about Hindu Muslim? Were there?
Very few
Muslims.
All Muslims.
Okay,
mainly.
very few.
Yeah.
No Hindu.
I think one
or two, but it's almost none. Okay, so how can you tell me, Mr. Biswas, how was the village like? How was the house? Was it big house, small house? Your family?
It was not big, not small. That we call it tiner ghar.
Okay, so tin roof house.
Tin roof house, but there was, I think we had like not separate rooms, but kind of 3 rooms partitioned.
Okay,
it's like a big house. And they're partitioned, and in one side there's
it's
a big
mud walled, or it's a dorma or concrete.
It was not concrete, but it was wooden and partly. No, it was wooden. Partly like the windows and all this.
Okay.
Those are the regular windows, but it was made out of wood, of course.
Okay. So what about the house you lived in? How was it?
It was a three-story building.
Building, modern building.
Modern
Okay.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah. The floor I grew up is in Lalmatia. The house, my father's house, and it was 2,600 square feet.
Okay.
And we have like all modern way.
Okay.
We have 5 bedrooms,
Okay.
4 bathrooms, attached bath.
How many brothers and sisters?
3 sisters, including me,
Mhm.
and 2 brothers.
What's the parents? What was your parent? What did your parents do?
Oh, my father is a bachelor's in civil engineering.
Okay.
And he retired as a chief engineer of at Water Development Board
Okay.
of Bangladesh.
What about mother?
Mother is
And their names?
My
Father.
father's name
Yeah.
Abdul Hai,
Okay.
and mother's name is Halima Begum.
Halima
then
Begum.
Halima Hai.
Olima. And what about you? What did they do? Your
My
parents?
father, first of all, he was a farmer,
Okay.
but he was also in the Union Council. He was
Okay.
very widely known personality in the village.
Okay.
My mother is a housewife. Both
Okay.
of them are late now. They died.
Brothers and sisters?
I have 2 brothers.
Okay.
So we are 3 altogether,
Okay.
and 2 sisters.
Okay.
I am the youngest one.
Okay. And the name of your parents?
My father's name is Jitendra Nath Biswas.
Okay.
My mother's name is Golapi Rani Biswas.
Very good. So now you come to Dhaka in your case.
Yes.
Okay, and
in
go to
1981.
university.
Yeah.
And you also join university?
Yeah, I'm finishing my high school
Okay.
at Holy Cross College.
Okay.
It's at Farmgate, Dhaka.
Okay.
And then I went to this university.
Okay. So since in your case, so you were studying. So how did you meet each other?
That's a kind of long story. In 1980,
Actually, I can
Okay.
because of I was preparing myself to go into this university because it's very tough to get in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Dhaka
he
Uni-
was actually helping me with my studies,
Okay.
math and chemistry. That's how we met.
Oh, very nice. Very, very wonderful. So but did you also go to Dhaka University later?
No, I went to engineering university,
Buet.
but
Yes.
Buet. Okay. I know
Bangladesh
that.
University of Engineering
I
Technology.
lectured there. Sorry.
Okay.
So, but you
I
also
am
went to
also.
Buet.
We
Civil
are,
engineering.
Civil, both in the
Both.
same
Civil.
department.
Okay.
in
So
the
as you
UAT.
grow up, as you're mixing,
It was
how
difficult.
was it?
From the social side, the way I knew her, that was not accepted by anybody. And after we got married, we had to get out of the country for a lot of reasons.
So how did you get? Where did you get married?
In Dhaka.
Dhaka.
In Dhaka.
And that time actually we were studying in the same university, Buet,
Okay.
civil engineering, and that time, and then it was very difficult for us to finish, but luckily we finished our bachelor's
Bachelor degree.
in civil engineering.
So, but I mean, how was the procedure? Who arranged it? Was it
Okay.
civil marriage or was it
It
a
was
religious or
not
It-
religious,
no,
it's a
no,
civil
yeah,
marriage.
not
Civil marriage.
One of our very good, I should say,
Senior friend.
Senior friend, he helped us.
Okay. So in the civil marriage, you went to the court or someplace, and
Yeah,
that's how.
In
actually,
his chamber, really, we didn't
his
go anywhere.
chamber.
Yeah.
We didn't
So
go anywhere.
was there any celebration from your friends, from your family, or your family?
No.
No. After that, we were hiding
So
for 1 month.
where were you hiding?
We actually rented a house.
Mhm.
We are student, but we managed 1-bedroom house,
Mhm.
and then we actually did not go out for 1 whole month.
Oh, so your brothers or sister or friends were supplying you food and
Yeah,
and
from
some-
my side,
friends.
her side, no,
No
one,
one.
because it's a difficult situation. But on my side, all of my friends, they used to support me at
Okay.
that time. Us,
Yeah,
my family supported.
your family supported.
Yeah.
So
In fact, she was 100% welcome into our family.
oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So did you go visit her
His family?
family back in Gopalganj?
Yeah, I went there 3 times,
Okay.
but actually I don't stay for long. Maybe 2 nights or 1 night.
Was there any security problem?
Kind of.
Even in Gopalganj?
Yeah.
Even in
yes,
the village?
Yes.
From local Hindus, they can attack you?
No.
Actually, it don't come. It don't surfaced actually,
Yeah.
but everybody was very anxious about our safety, so they actually don't let me or him stay for a long time.
Okay. So then your parents are they reconciled now?
No.
No,
okay.
They have not. So
Okay.
it's a long time.
30
And
years.
it's kind of, they have given up.
Okay.
Totally.
All right. So as you grow up, so it was post 71 period, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So what did your parents do, Mr. Biswas, in 71? Do you know?
Well, my family didn't go to India
Or
at
any
all.
place?
At that
They stayed-
time,
okay.
we I don't recall the whole thing, but we went to Gopalganj city,
Okay.
and we kind of was with other I think 10 or 15 more families together.
Hindu families?
Hindu families.
Were you
Yes.
were you sheltered by a Muslim family, or you were sheltered by another family, Hindu family there?
Well, they were all vacant home.
Oh.
They I think they fled to Calcutta or
India or something.
India, something, yeah.
So-
So couple of those house, which was totally in a kind of within a big boundary
Mhm.
wall, and we stayed there and we lived there. I think almost 8 months.
Oh, 8 months.
Yeah.
So,
Every morning, any time we used to hear those the fighting and all this noise from the arms and all these things. Yeah.
so and what were your family doing then? That means when they hide, did they hide? Did they just stay home? Did
Just
they run
hide,
away?
we didn't do anything. From the village, sometimes my father used to go back to the village, but it was a risky journey from Gopalganj to the village, which is about 20 miles away. And he used to bring food,
Okay.
like
Survival.
rice and all those things,
Yeah.
vegetables,
Yeah.
fish, all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what about your family? Were you safe in 71?
I was. I don't recall.
Did you call? But
that much.
did you hear?
But
Did they stay?
I some pictures still. Like we are fleeing from Dhaka city
Mhm.
to Narshindi,
Mhm.
where my father's
Mhm.
family there, like my
Mhm.
grandparent.
Mhm.
So I don't know for how long they were there,
Mhm.
but everybody was fleeing from Dhaka.
Mhm.
See,
Mhm.
because my father was a government employee.
Mhm.
So I think that was very risky for him
Hmm.
to stay.
Okay.
So I remember one, like in a jeep car,
Mhm.
and there is a big like we use the cloth to
Yeah.
make a big bundle.
Yeah, yeah,
It is
yeah.
in front of the
Front seat.
no, not in front of the car.
Oh,
When-
in front.
because we have so many people in there.
Yeah.
That's why, like, they're
You-
driving. There is a big, like, everything in there because there is no room.
No
in the
room in the
car.
bag. So that was your
Yes.
luggage place.
Luggage place, yeah.
That's your luggage, really.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember another thing, like one of my father's second cousin,
Mhm.
he came because he has 3 big daughters, and actually just like months before I heard that they were staying with us because they are hiding.
Was it a Muslim family too?
Yeah,
Okay.
Muslim family.
So, but your family were not endangered. He was able to continue.
No, they were in danger.
Okay.
Because I overheard that whoever against our country, Bangladesh, they actually made a list. All the engineers, doctors, and my father's name, and my mom's brothers, they also engineer.
Mhm.
Everybody's name were on the list.
Mhm, mhm.
But that's why they actually fled.
Oh, okay. So now coming back to you, so as you grow up, now were you there in 1991, 1990, 92?
Yeah.
So how there were a lot of disturbance between 1990 and 1992.
I used to participate in those processions and all this. Yes.
And what about your family back home? What they say?
They were in 90s. Basically, only my mother was in the village.
Okay.
She didn't want to come to Dhaka city to live with us because she wants to basically die there. That was her kind of wish. So in 1990, at that time, we used to fight. We used to be on the road against Ershad. At that time, he was the chief martial law administrator. That time it was tough, but I should say in Dhaka city we didn't feel much of a
or disturbance.
Because people are busy and they don't have much time. But still, you could feel that, especially at that time, if let's say you go to any government office. And based on your name, who you are, they understand that you are not Muslim. And I faced a couple of times, they don't cooperate much. I think that case is everywhere, right? I don't
but
blame.
It varies in the degree.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean up to a point. So 1990, 92, there were a lot of disturbances, especially against Hindus. Ershad came, and then 92. So I'm almost coming to the end. But you redundant for me to ask. But as a mixed couple, how easy or difficult was for you in Bangladesh?
It was extremely difficult. As I said, on my side it was okay from the family side. But on her side, they have not accepted me. They have not. They kind of, as I said, given up on her. They don't want. There's no relationship between her and her parents last almost 30 years.
Actually, not parent. My entire family, because when parent doesn't, they don't come, so. No family member actually took the
even brothers or sisters.
No. And I'm the eldest one.
And they didn't rebel.
No.
So, okay. So, do you know why two Bengals are very similar, West Bengal and Bangladesh? Why, for example, from Bangladesh, so many Hindus have fled, as you have mentioned, but so few, where in West Bengal Muslims are minority, but they are not fleeing to Bangladesh. Any reason? Because same people otherwise.
Yeah. There are a lot of reasons. In my recollection of the history and all this, if I go back there, first of all, India is a democratic country, the largest democracy in the world. So I believe they have given the Muslims a safe kind of country, safer I should say than what Hindus faces in Bangladesh, if I compare those two. Besides that, the other piece I think is the economic condition. Of course, the political condition, as I explained earlier. Economy is also important. There's no question that in Bangladesh, not only Hindus, I want to mention this side also. It was, at that time, people didn't have jobs. They don't know what they're going to eat tomorrow. So the two reasons I see of why Hindus fled to West Bengal. One is safety. They feel this is, now we don't get any cooperation from the Muslims. This is 80% Muslim country. On the other side, they want to see if they can live a better life in West Bengal. Both are true, I think.
Having said that, having traveled not just West Bengal, but in Tripura, many places are really much worse off than Bangladesh.
Yes.
But then, that's for me not to say, but if security is a very important thing, you cannot.
I think that is the main one.
You
cannot jeopardize your life or.
Money doesn't really count,
Yes.
So do you see same way, or do you have anything else to add?
Actually, Bangladesh, we have all the good laws. It is very good, but implementation of law, that's the main problem.
Yeah, of course, everything.
And Actually, we all, like as you said, safety is the major thing when you're thinking your family, your child. So when you are not feeling
Secured.
Yes, secured, you have
Money-
no other choice
money-
but to
money
flee.
really is it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because of partition of India, as we are involved with Partition Documentation Project, do you know if anybody benefited? West Bengal, East Bengal, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, with the north, south, rich, poor, anybody benefited?
At high level, no. But let me explain. I should say no one is both. But my thought process is this. There are people who didn't want Bangladesh, who wanted Bangladesh to be East Pakistan and with West Pakistan, of course. They got most of the benefits out of this liberations and partition, of course. In 1971, the people who fought for Bangladesh to get out of this West Pakistan's oppression, they are the one who are now victimized, really. They have not gotten the fruitful outcome of the independence.
So they fought for it, but now they are also oppressed.
Yes, they are mainly, I saw all of the people who were there to have an independent country. Most of them, if not all, didn't get the real independence. The Rajakars, who we call, of course, you know,
the killers,
Islamic killers, of course, yeah.
And of course, they were against Bangladesh.
Yeah,
they were against Bangladesh, and they got most of the benefits after 1971. Yes.
But of course, 1947 also there are people benefited in West and East. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In 1947, well, first of all, I think it was a big mistake overall. That's my own opinion. This should be one undivided country. India, well, West Bengal is with them. They speak my language, Bangla language, and Bangladesh. And I will not include West Pakistan now, but I don't see who got benefit out of this partition. At a high level, no one got any benefit, other than some people became prime minister, some people became the minister and presidents, all this. At a personal level, a lot of people got benefit. But as a whole, I think this partition didn't really do much.
Okay. What about you? Do you like to add something? Or
no, I think basically it's the same.
Let me ask you a very unpleasant thing. As you grew up, as you've grown up, have you ever seen somebody physically attacked, somebody through your own eyes, anybody physically violated or something?
Not in front of my eyes, but I saw a couple of times. I saw it. They were beaten. They were
afterwards.
Yes.
I mean, of course. I mean, sometimes you're not there, but you're seeing a lump of the body.
I did see that. I did see that.
You too?
No.
No. Okay. So I'm just about in. So I know you are two of you are leading very important institution in New York, which everybody really appreciates. It's you're holder of social cause, arts and everything. So people really appreciate that.
Yes.
So you guys have no problem with, of course, socializing with Hindus and Muslims as such.
No, not here.
Not in New York.
Not in New York.
Yeah.
But let me elaborate a little. In Bangladesh, in true sense, from social side, there are a lot of problems, and thinking ahead of what we see in front of us, it was kind of obvious for us to leave Bangladesh. But in New York, it may not be 100% relevant to answer to your
That's
questions,
fine.
but in New York, I see, and we have been here 22 years. The first couple of years before 2001, of course, 9/11, this country was nice.
Yeah.
Now it is not. That's not what I'm going to elaborate. But the thing that really is scary to me, I am really scared, really internally, is that the Hindus from Bangladesh who are here, they're becoming more and more Hindus, not
More
human,
religious.
more religious,
Religious.
religious you can say, but it's more than that.
Okay.
At the same, I'll come back to that. And on the other side, Muslims from Bangladesh, they became more Muslim. So my point is that I am not using the word human.
Yeah.
I think we all should be human first, right?
Yeah.
And I see that religion is a big factor here.
Yeah, no,
And
absolutely.
we are going almost 180 degrees. Again, we go against each other from the religious point of view and from a lot of other views that are related to religion.
Yeah. Anything you like to add?
No, I agree with him.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. Actually, this country also maybe gives us some insecurity towards our religion, because we think that to keep our children with us, if it's through religion, they will be more us, not like Western.
Yeah. Maybe what you're raising is an identity problem, identity issue. Who we are, and actually a lot of people have talked about it.
Right, that could be. But
it is taking a separatist tendency.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the very last question, second last question. So can Hindus and Muslims and non-Muslim live together?
The answer is yes, but we have to really try things. So we have to be very, how do I say that? We have to see the Hindus' eyes towards Muslims should be not through the religious eye. It has to be very secular eyes. That's what I want to say.
Like your family took her.
My first identity is I'm a human being. I think I could at home, if I want to pray to Bhagavan and somebody else prays to Allah, I don't see issues.
Yeah.
But when you get together, those should be out.
Yeah.
It shouldn't come here. I want to give you an example. That was long time back, in 1950s somewhere. Sayyidul Rahman, you know his name. He was one of the best philosopher in Bangladesh, I should say. His son is now totally gone in a different direction. What was his name? Jai. Shafiq Rahman. So the reason I'm bringing it is going to take me some time, but I'll give you the very least one. He was an atheist, Sayyid Rahman, and there was a Maulvi in one of the mosques. One day the Maulvi said, "Hey, Mr. Sayyid Rahman, you are totally agnostic. I don't believe in God. I believe in God. Let's talk together. Let's see who wins." And he was saying, and I don't mean any particular religion or religious people. In this particular case, he said, I can talk to you if you put your Quran Sharif aside. It should not come in between you and me.
So
then we can talk.
Shafiq Rahman is saying to the Maulana.
Right, his father, Sayyid Rahman.
Sayyid Rahman, sorry.
He said to the Maulana, we'll talk. Definitely, I have no issues in talking, but don't bring any religious thing in between. Then we'll see who wins and who loses. My point is this. Religion became, I think religion has been a problem. I don't see religion as helping anybody. This
pulling together.
Yeah, it can. And there is another saying: a practicing person cannot be secular. That is widely known. I don't know who said that. Probably from maybe Marx or I don't know who, Engels or somebody else.
Kant.
Kant, yeah, right. So if you practice at home, I don't believe, I'm a non-believer. I want to be very open in that. If you practice at home, whatever religion you have, I can't say anything against it, but don't bring that to the public.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't push anybody to do anything in the religious set of what you believe in.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add or say?
Yes, because I'm from Bangladesh, and the first problem I see that first you need to know at a first glance what you are. Like to me, human being, because I'm in this country, and second, when I'm talking about regarding my country, I should be first Bengali. And then if I'm coming from a Muslim family, I should be Muslim and then Hindu. But when I'm saying like first Muslim or first Hindu, that's the problem.
Or having a choice, I suppose. I shouldn't say it,
Yes.
but you may not,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm at the end. So, is there anything else you'd like to add that I didn't ask you?
I think we
Okay,
went through,
fine. Is there anything?
Yes, Dada, let me add this. I think your project, you told me about this. I think I met you almost 10 years, I remember that. And then you were very patient with us. You have a lot of patience. I will tell you this way. In 2014, you asked me for this interview. We missed.
You have a good memory.
We missed three times. Our apology for that. Two things I'm going to say. This is an excellent project that you have been doing, and of course, Didi, you are also part of that. Both of us appreciate that, and this is something is going to be part of the history.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you that. There's one thing. The other thing I'm going to say you kept a good will inside you, and that's why you are working so hard, even though you have retired pretty long, I should say. I value it most. I will tell you that. I have seen very few people who is doing this kind of project, so I do appreciate that. Now let me get to the second point. In New York City, my experience being with the public, especially Bengali community, I don't want to be negative, but my experience is not good. There are fractions, and no good, and I should say compact relationship that is built on respect. Very few of them has it. Because we do run Udichi School of Performing Arts, as you know, every Sunday from 12 to 6. Tomorrow we have that. We have been keeping our precious culture. We really are trying to spread the wealth that we have in our culture. It is a very old, and it has inside it is harmony always.
Very inclusive.
Inclusive, exactly. That's what we are basic. That's what we believe in. So in my school, in our school, the trend was really not good. I'll be very open. If I think about 2003 and now, it hurts me if I tell you this. In 2003, we had the students were most of them from Muslim families. And now I'm saying this to you with really broken heart. Now it's mostly Hindus.
It's a cultural institution. Music and dance
it's a cultural
and performance, recitation, where should not be any division.
No, so who should I blame? I do not know. That experience is hurting me every single day.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.